Hey, what's up? I'm Timi O.
Bitch, I ain't no project. Treat me like a prospect. 1, 2, 3, see your beauty every angle. I wanna lay you down from your head down to your ankle. What you need? You should know my time is that you wear the pretty penny. I don't do dimes, only diamonds.
And you are now watching Crowned on SaraG TV.
That's just how the world spins. I guess I'm selfish every now and then. You sin, I sin. You bleed, I bleed. You lose, I lose. I'm human too. Yeah.
Word, this feel like a mystery grab bag. I don't even know what I'm finna get, but let's go. Let's go, come on. So, where do you think we came from? I mean, come on, we definitely came from the motherland, Africa. That's not even the question. At the same time, I also am Christian, so as well, God very much believe Adam, Eve, and we were created to be on this planet for a reason. I spent a lot of time soul searching and trying to figure stuff out, so, you know, I'm still trying to figure out exactly what purpose would be, but it's cool. I know we're on this earth and we are here to just do our thing, and eventually we'll all find our purpose. But where we came from, God and Mother Earth, Africa. If you could perform anywhere in the world, where would it be and why? Lagos, Nigeria, for sure. Because of the fact that, one, I'm Nigerian, I'm Yoruba, and I feel like the music I make is a little different from what's expected out there. And I want to show people that you can be from anywhere and your blood can come from anywhere. You can make some crazy shit that sounds dope. I'm over here speeding through it. Let me think a little bit. I'm gonna think. How would you describe your last relationship? Damn. I'm just gonna take a little time to just really ponder this out so I don't hurt anyone's feelings. Let me think a little bit. I'm gonna think. I describe it as a learning experience. I'm a hopeless romantic, and I sometimes have had times where I've really, really wanted to make absolutely everything work, even if it's not really there. So I had to take some time to like just look at myself and be like, this person has hit all of my red flags, and I would usually drop people who have been friends if they hit these red flags. Why am I bugging and continuing to do this? So from there we had a discussion, conversation. I let them know how I felt about the situation, and I genuinely wanted to like just be honest with them. And unfortunately they couldn't match that same energy, so. How do you ease your mind? Not think of 3,000 things at once for once. Well, how I do that would definitely be just like going home and just vibing out for a second. I'm not a party goer. I hate clubs. It's not my thing. I'm more along the lines of just like, yes, I'm about to get the Rainbow Berry Crisp ice cream from Jenny's. I'm about to bring that back to the crib. I'm gonna watch some anime. I'm gonna get my mind right with the candle on. And then after that, I'll make some music. I'll look through a lot of the stuff that the homie Lucas sends. Shout out all the homies from JMC. And then after that, I feel like my mind's really at ease. But if I'm coming back from work, don't hit me up trying to go to the party. I ain't doing that shit. Ain't my thing.
Not in my house.
What's your favorite song you've ever released and why? Y'all try to make me choose my babies. You can't do that. I can't choose between my babies. But I'm ashamed to admit I already know the answer to this. Carefully. It has to be Carefully. For those who haven't heard Carefully, it's a mixture between really showing the fact that I can rap my ass off, and it's also a mixture of the fact that like I do whatever the fuck I want on the track. So there's this really, really cool falsetto part that I hit on the second verse. That was the first time I felt comfortable enough to just hit an entire verse in that like voice and in that register. And I think that was really, really cool to try out. And it ended up coming out really great. And it was a little more funky and got people moving. So it's also my favorite song to perform too. What's one thing you want to do differently next year? I want to market all of my releases as well as possible. I want to do more shows, of course, and everything, but I think marketing my releases to really, really make sure that they get as much shine as possible, as opposed to just being like, new song out, listen to it. Like, nah, I can't do that. That's not how that works. Like, I really, really want to go off on all the marketing plans, whether it be shooting more videos, taking more pictures, letting people see my face, you know, stuff like that. It's really important because I spend hours on these songs. Like, I record them by myself, I mix a lot of them by myself. Sometimes I'm involved in the production and it takes like, some of these songs have taken a year before they release.
Stop it. Get some help.
I ain't playing games with them no more. Like I need to market them. So next year I'm gonna go hard with that. What is your favorite memory with your siblings? Shout out Damala and Lola for letting me just be myself, because I'm definitely the weirdest one in the family. This is what happens when you have two great sisters. You can't really choose a specific memory. I think one of my favorite ones had to have been when I was walking out and I saw Damala just doing Taebo. Like we were young, we were super, super young. So she was like getting to the whole Billy Blinks, kickboxing and everything in the living room. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try this out with you. Mind you, I was a fat kid growing up, like don't trip. I was definitely the fat kid. I just wanna eat, sit inside and play video games. I wasn't doing none of that extra activity, but it was kind of fun, honestly. The reason why I picked that one is because later on, she's also the one who taught me how to like bench and like really got me into like getting in shape and staying in shape. So shout out Donald for that. For Lola, when we were younger and she opened me up to the type of music that she listened to. Mind you, I didn't always listen to hip hop. I definitely grew up listening to like a lot of the stuff that my father would just play, which would be like King Sunny Ade, other pieces that are like really in the high life, but like Lola definitely was listening to music that was a little different, so she put me on to like the Beyonce, basically all the R&B and everything that was popping at that time. Damala as well, she put me onto the rap stuff though, which is exactly what I needed. but it definitely was one of my favorite memories with her because of the fact that like, you know, maybe we didn't get along the most as kids, but it showed me that she really, really still cared about me and wanted to, you know, let me into her world a little bit, which was cool. What is one thing you could do to be a better friend? I tend to be really in my own world. I have terrible tunnel vision. I like to make sure that I'm there for people. Presence is huge for me. So it's like if someone says, hey, I have a party going on, I'm there. Oh, it's in New York? Back when I was in Boston, I'm there. Oh, it's in Boston? Now that I'm in New York, I'm there. I may not always text you or call you all the time, but I'm there for you. So one thing I could do better is also text and call and check on my friends a little bit more, because that's how you check on friends, a little bit more. Sorry, I'm a geek if you haven't noticed, it's what I do. But definitely just also having a presence that's not just physical is important, because you really never know what's going on behind the scenes unless you ask. What is one thing you need to forgive yourself for? I feel like in your youth, you get shaped by a lot of the things that you do, or a lot of the things that you experience in life. I spent a lot of my time blaming myself for being bullied as a kid, not really sticking up for myself when I probably could have. Like looking back, it's like, damn, who was I waiting for to help me or to stick up for me when like I have a voice and I have my own, you know, set of mind and set of thoughts. But maybe it's something I just never really like fully forgave myself for, because of the fact that like I'm very self-sufficient. I take pride in that now. Logically, I know it's right to just let that go in the past, but there's a lot of things I definitely missed out on because of the fact that I wasn't really able to connect with a lot of other kids growing up, and that kind of sucks. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. I have a ridiculous amount of good friends. I have a great manager, and I have people who genuinely care about me. God forgive myself for the past, and just let the future continue to flourish. Last one. Oh, word, say less. This is the one. This is the one right here. What is your favorite anime show? What character do you relate to and why? Bro, I don't even gotta think about this. Samurai Champloo is my favorite show of all time. Most people don't know about this anime, so I'm about to explain a little bit. It's a mixture between feudal Japan, where a lot of the samurai dynasty and all that was going through, and hip hop. This intro song was produced by Nujabes, and a lot of the soundtrack was by Nujabes, who's like a legendary hip hop producer. Nujabes is basically like their version of Jay Dilla. They both died way too early, and they were just goats in that scene. I'm a super nerd. I was reading comics, watching anime, reading manga, all that like growing up, and I still be doing that to this day. And I really, really like the fact that they took all the things that I like, you know, shown to be cool, like, and just put them into basically just something that a lot of nerds would resonate with. And the character I relate with is definitely Mugen. Mugen was basically the samurai who was definitely like a mixture between the two things of hip hop and feudal Japan. Like, dude literally like break dances and shit during fights sometimes. He also has really dope silhouettes. And by silhouettes, I mean like that's like just how the silhouette of the fit of the piece. And like studying stuff like that was cool to be able to like put together certain outfits. You may not see it, but there's a little influence on everything. Like for example, this outfit here, it's the one I wore in Cairo, the music video where like I'm talking about, you know, basically just liking someone really, really bad to the point where it's almost delusional, but at the same time very fun. Like I put this piece together very inspired by some of the anime that I've watched. And that's just how it went. So in terms of stuff people can look forward to, I always drop a lot of singles. I'm definitely like single on single on single on single. However, y'all the first ones to hear this, I am working on an EP right now. I've been very inspired in the last few weeks, so not weeks, but like months of just traveling and going about. So I really do want to put together a body of work that really describes what I've been going through. So y'all can be on the lookout for that. And no release date, but for now, look out for a few, you know, more singles and such and cool drops. And maybe some music videos too, wink wink. I can't wink, so I said instead, so it's cool. I'm Timi O, and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to SaraG TV. And I am going to take one of these cards and throw it away, then walk off, because that's what rappers do.